Oh, fuck me, boys and girls. We're back with Dead by Daylight, one day after the last time. We tried to get this adept achievement. Didn't work. Like we said, Dead by Daylight's hella fucky right now. I think it was because of the bleed out. I don't think it was because of the DC. I think it was because of the bleed out. I wanted to check. I was like, maybe it unlocked, afterwards. It didn't. So I already had a couple warm-up games on my main account, so let's see what happens. We're going to go straight into it with the Plague. First game of the day. We'll see what happens. Probably a fat fucking loss.
We're just going to keep grinding this out till we get the adept achievement. We told you, eventually, we would hit a roadblock.
I think the game's more pushing a roadblock upon us.
To be fair, we did meet the requirements, but this is now our 4th attempt, which is by far the most we've ever had to do.
I think we've only had to do 2 attempts at most. So we're going to go ahead and start finding a match before we even equip anything, because it takes so long to find a match.
But also, as we said, don't get discouraged if you have to do this like 10, 15 times.
Hey, we did. We told you that, and we told you to take a break if you're having trouble. And what happened yesterday? We were having trouble.
We took a break.
Oh, God, there's no hunting. Yeah, I feel like she doesn't actually get that much deviousness. Her deviousness points are really low for actually infecting people. Sacrifice
is a decent amount for breaking someone, though.
Sacrifice is kind of shit. Let's just do deviousness. Actually, maybe lessening the dark mist might be.
Yeah. On that note, I probably played 15 to 20 games of Hag on his account when I was going for his adept achievement for him. So, like, believe me, we know it can get frustrating.
Oh man, yeah, there's some killers that I really struggled with. Myers was one I took a long time to get his. I tried to do it at like rank 1.
Huntress took a hot minute too.
Yeah. I actually haven't done some on my main because I haven't done nurse because I'm always kind of too high rank to do nurse. Even after rank reset, I'm only at rank like 11, and I still can't really do nurse at rank 11. I have to literally probably wait 2 months to rank back down to like something like 16 before I can even really attempt nurse. I haven't done nurse on my main. I haven't done spirit on my main. I haven't done plague on my main either. But everyone else I've done. So it's not too bad. I'm hoping that this plague one goes a little bit easier. It might get to the point where we actually have to use like decent add-ons. But the problem is I don't even like these add-ons really. Moderately increases file purge chart. That's actually kind of good. That's actually kind of good. This one it could be really strong actually, but it kind of depends where the pool spawns and where the survivors spawn. So I feel like that's an iffy add-on at best. Kind of like that it's a yellow. Moderately, I like this one actually. This is probably my favorite one of the like not brown tier ones. Increases infection time on objects. Moderately decreases vial purge cooldown. I thought these cooldowns ones were kind of going to be kind of bullshit, but I found kind of a few times where I'm like, God damn it, this cooldown is pissing me off. It's when you charge it like, so it's supposed to be if you charge it just a little bit, you're just supposed to spray out a little bit, but I've noticed that there's like a minimum you have to get, which is like maybe like a 1/5 of the bar before she does it, and that's what screws me. It's the cooldown on when you don't charge it enough, and then you're stuck in this like fucking purgatorium of like doing absolutely nothing. That screws me. Plus, I don't exactly know how to take loops with her. I feel like a lot of times if they're already infected, you just gotta take the loop. Which kind of sucks, because I don't have Ruin. So taking loops generally is not ideal for me.
Did get tier 2 of her, like, best perk.
I don't know. I think this is still her best perk.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I don't really know how I feel about this perk, though. To be completely honest with you, because I feel like a lot of times the gens that are blocked are still the gens that you're going to need to go to, and that just feels like a waste of time. And honestly, I feel like, and maybe I'm petty, but I think the survivors are willing to wait out the time.
I don't think so.
If it's at a favorable location for them. Well, I've seen survivors wait out tier 3 Myers, which is 60 seconds. This is only like 40 seconds more. That's
almost double.
Yeah. I've seen survivors try and wait out unlimited tier 3 Myers. So, they sit in lockers. I'm like, that's one way to play the game. Can we also talk about how grabbing someone out of a locker gives you hunting points? Can we talk about that for one moment, please? Because I just remembered that, and that tilts the hell out of me.
While we're on the subject of tilting things, can we talk about how every time I play, the last two survivors are always so fucking immersed?
I did just definitely get a survivor with friends. Waifus save lifus. Waifus end lifus. These guys run with them, so I'm just assuming it's a 4-man. Shit, I kind of just want to dodge this lobby.
Do what you will, but know that we are on stream. It's gonna take like 5 more minutes to find another lobby.
Yeah, that's not a bad thing. I mean, I was gonna say, like, streamers definitely dodge lobbies.
Oof. No, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's taking a while.
Shit, I know, this new system sucks.
It would be good if it, like, worked correctly, like you got into the lobby and you just automatically got it. But this is getting close to fucking ranked wait times for Smite. Like, come on now.
But you always find a lobby at the end of 7 minutes. This seems kind of pointless because you wait 7 minutes to create the lobby, and then there's not even 4 survivors when you create the lobby. So what's the point of the wait time?
It might be so, like, it might prioritize people at low ranks, or like people as the, like, it prioritizes you as you get in, like first come first serve, as opposed to, oh, you're this rank, only these ranks can get near you.
Well, I've seen that matchmaking is kind of fucked, where like there'll be like a killer that's rank 4 that gets paired with like 8 teams, like a full team of like brown ranks, basically.
We've had a lot of those.
Well,
those were none of those, but like we've always had like one red rank and a bunch of everywhere else.
I feel like those are Survivor with Friends, the way they played. If they were like playing like Garbaggio, then I would be like, yeah. Well, actually, we did have those 2 Nias yesterday that were really pretty bad on Temple of Purgation. By the way, if I get that map as my first map on Plague today, I'll play it. But I'm not gonna be happy about it. I'm gonna be very sad.
The question is if he'll play Lambkin Lane.
I will. If it's my first map of the day, I'll probably play it. I've played only 1 game today, and it was kind of easy. I really don't mind Macmillan too bad. I don't like that Macmillan map very much, the Ironworks of Misery, because the Infinite's really hard to deal with on that map, and it's also very hard to avoid going to it because it's so goddamn big. It takes up half the goddamn map.
Yeah, just like all of the Mother's Dwelling maps.
Yeah, the Infinite's really big. It's hard to avoid it. Like I'm pretty sure that the middle building on Temple of Purgation is a giant Infinite, and that it's like, how do you avoid that shit? And the problem with Ironworks of Misery is on the side of Ironworks of Misery, right? So you got this huge Infinite. That's the building, right? And if you have Balanced Landing, it actually turns into an even bigger Infinite because the upstairs is opened up for you. You can now do that to even loop them even longer. But the point of the whole story is if you loop them correctly, there's pallets on the outside of the Infinite, right, that you can use. And if you stun them, the outside of the building is lined with jungle gems, which are bigger time wasters. So you got the Infinite, then big time wasters, jungle gems, and you still got a killer shack. Because it's one of those maps that has a killer shack.
Yeah, it's kind of like,
Why? That map, Ironworks of Misery, is one of the main reasons I stopped using Bamboozle, actually, because tier 1 Bamboozle, I thought, is like, tier 1 Bamboozle, whatever. The Infinite's actually so long in that map, but that tier 1 Bamboozle runs out by the time they get back to the window.
Same with all the Coldland Farm maps.
So it's like, I was like, well, what the fuck is the point of running this perk? The whole perk is supposed to like shut down Infinites, but it doesn't do that.
No, so, tier 1 is really only good for like TL walls and Killer Shack.
Yeah.
It's not even that great for Killer Shack. 8 seconds, I feel like you can buy yourself 8 seconds.
No, you're forced to drop the pallet.
Well, yeah, no. I think, yeah.
But that's the idea of Bamboozle, is to force to drop the pallet, because without that you could waste more than 8 seconds at it. I don't know. It's just, it was mostly for Infinites. Another reason I stopped using Bamboozle is because I got like Larry's a lot, or the game. So on the game it's pointless, because there's like only a couple windows, and it doesn't matter if you block them. And then on Larry's, there's too many windows, so Bamboozle's also pointless. So you run into a lot of maps where it's just like Bamboozle's like
It's either you're using it a lot or you don't have that perk.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. I'm not saying it's a bad perk. I still think it's like A tier or S minus are really really good. Like I think in a brute force build it's really strong, but I tend to prefer brutal strength over bamboozle. I like getting rid of the pallets because the game is structured in a way where okay, so if a survivor hits you with a pallet. No, I'm sorry, not hit you with it. If a survivor drops a pallet and it's on the other side of the pallet, there's actually a time in the game. The way that they have the map structured is that if you decide to destroy the pallet and the survivor starts running, they should have enough time to get to another safe place in the time it takes to get to that pallet. Now, that's not always the case, but the game is structured in a way and built by the devs that that's the idea. That way the survivors have time to do that. Now, the reason I like brutal strength is that fucks with that formula. Okay, because they no longer have as much time as they want, and the formula. Another thing about that formula is it's only made for 115% movement speed killers. That's what the whole game is basically balanced around, is 115 movement speed. So if you're 110% movement speed and then you decide to destroy a pallet, it's actually more harmful for you to do that. But again, brutal strength lessens the harm of doing that because it fucks with the formula of you're supposed to get this far. It's the same oh my god, this is Survivor with Friends.
Oh, for sure.
It's the same way that Save the Best for Last fucks with the sprint burst you get off of hitting somebody. Because they're supposed to get so far off of a hit. Mm-hmm. They're supposed to have that much distance. Save the Best for Last goes, you don't get that much distance. And it fucks with the formula. And that's what makes those perks strong. Is that the way the game is designed to work, it doesn't get it. That way, like, it's supposed to work so if you hit a healthy survivor at, like, a dead zone, they should ideally be able to get out of the dead zone into a safe area prior to you being able to hit them again. As long as, of course, the pallets are still available. That's why we always stress be careful with your pallet usage, because all that shit goes out the window if too many pallets are gone.
Yeah, like if a survivor's in a chase, they use a pallet, and the next safe zone next to them while the killer is breaking a pallet is a pallet that's been used, and they don't know that, they get over there and they're just screwed.
Because they can't loop that, and again, that formula we're talking about is null and void, because especially if they stop at that place, or like it's a jungle gym and they try and loop it and they realize the pallet's gone, they're likely to get hit because that safe zone for them is no longer there. Which a lot of times that's why, let's say you're at the killer shack and the first time you go left and you end up at the killer shack again because there's a gen in there, you're probably going to want to go right this time. Because you've probably used your safe zones on your left and go to your right. And that's why we talk so much about infinites, because the idea around infinites is there's usually a pallet or two at infinites, but you don't even need them to successfully loop those. So a lot of times survivors will always tend to go towards those, even when the pallets have been used. Better in preschool.
Nice.
Not the worst map, at least.
So
I was about to be like, where's
yesterday.
my ruin, though? But then I don't have ruin. Okay, they likely spawned in that corner over there, so let's...
Yeah, they almost always spawn on that corner or that one.
Holy crap, this is dark.
Yeah, no, I noticed it yesterday. That's why I was having such a hard time tracking people yesterday. It's because it was so fucking dark, dude. Oh, man.
She's gonna go straight to the infinite.
It's not as dark on the computer. On the computer, you can really see, but on this, God, it's like, why?
She did.
That's a mind game. That's a fucking mind game.
Yes. So this is that is a classic case of a survivor not looking behind themselves. Because she would have known I wasn't chasing her.
Then again, I don't know if you would have been able to see yourself behind you. Because
She would have stopped. She should have stopped at a pallet. That's the point of that. Actually, let's do that. Also with this one up here. And is there another pallet up here? No, okay, so I didn't get that bad of an idea with the pallets then. Remember, I don't have ruin, so.
It's actually pretty quick, but yeah, he doesn't have ruin, so. There's that. Now this is difficult. Gotta be coming up the other side. Yes. Okay.
Now, if she has DS, she actually gets out right here. Let's see if she has it.
Nope.
Nope. They're really smart for that guy to just stay here. If I couldn't have got this, so if he dropped that power, he didn't even need to stun me with it, just drop it.
Could have puked on him.
I thought about it, actually. I'm pretty sure I just heard him.
Did he drop?
I think it's just a healthy survivor is what I heard. So we know they're on this gen.
Did drop. And here's a dead Nia. He unhooked her way too close.
So is he down here then?
Flex on him, daddy. I don't know if he's down here or not.
Nope. Pretty sure I still... Looks like this game is still going to be a loss despite killing her quite early.
Yeah, they gen rushed. This is why we say, like, holy shit, these gens are... You're not even 5 minutes in the game, somebody's dead, and they have basically guaranteed themselves a win.
Pretty sure they just jumped out the window. They're probably gonna get that far, Jen. There he is.
There you go. Sprint burst.
These are actually really weak survivors too. They're just pretty good at doing these gens.
This map's gens almost always spawn in all of the exact same places, so it's really easy to gen rush. Yeah.
Wow, what? How
There's
in the hell?
two people over here looking to do this gen. This is something else,
That's
folks.
actually insane. I don't know how they did that. They get that far gen then I lost. That is actually insane that they were able to do that.
Fuck this up. Oh, there you go.
So this is what would be considered tunneling very heavily, but I got really no choice here. And I still think they get that far gen when I lose.
And this TV needs some brightness tweaking. They have only just barely started it.
Once I hit my obsession, he has my
Oh yes, that's right. God, are there 2 people on this?
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah, no, I know. I
He's
figured
going
you
for
did.
the gun. Okay.
And they're gonna 1-man, 2-man, 1 over there. Basically, you're screwed.
Yeah. Somebody's over here still, basically is what it is.
I haven't even seen one of the survivors. That is...
Yeah, it seems screwed here. They split the map too well.
That's a rough one. They don't even have to touch or like fake out that gem. They can just do this.
Oh.
Spell burst. That doesn't work.
That
Whoa.
I'm actually really confused.
They healed instead of doing that gen.
That gen's still being worked on. They fucked it up a couple times, but it's gonna pop here in 1 second.
Yep, there you go. 2K, very unlikely to get the 4. Very unlikely. Not know how to live very well.
These are quite bad survivors.
The question is if this guy, like, once you hook him... Oh, this is a play. It's not open yet. Can you get there in time? Ooh. It's possible. Oh, it's just doable.
Now, does
That's
anybody-
that's an infinite window if he has balanced.
if they have Unbreakable, they win, or if they Kobe, they win.
Or if they find the hatch
Right.
before you find
A
the
lot of
next
things
one.
have to go pretty right for me right now.
Gotta find this guy. He was in the building.
No real point to do that, but might as well. He's gonna try and Kobe, of course.
Wow. Not even deliverance, just Kobe on the first try. That's something. That is something. There's blood, there's still blood. Well, this man cannot Kobe anymore. Hopefully the other one is not on the match, because he would just kill himself then.
And finding this guy is gonna be next to him.
There's a hatch.
That is great, actually.
It's a big deal. It's right out in the middle of the open, too. Problem is that we don't think we can let somebody bleed out. This guy's already halfway cooked.
That was vaulting.
Pebble. There's blood.
He's right here.
Whew, man! Cutting it close as can be. That was dangerous right there.
He got close, I'll give him that. So let's see if the DC is gonna screw us out.
That would piss me off, something fierce, because you did like you would have hooked her a third time. I should just waited a second.
That was, and I'm not lying, very difficult. That was really difficult. Like, if I had not chosen to slug that man, that guy gets out.
Yeah, I was thinking that you were gonna have to hook him and hope that that guy was overly altruistic. Nothing yet. Sometimes it takes a minute.
I think it's not gonna give it to me again. It's really gonna force the merciless, isn't it?
Or force a no DC.
Man, yeah, this is what did it. Like,
yeah.
And prove thyself. Two prove thyself. That is disgusting.
I want to check your achievements real quick, I guess.
Did not pop, 39.
Highly unfortunate.
Man, it's really, this is actually making me very upset.
A lot of effort is going into these killer games for not
these
a lot of
very hard
payoff.
I know that was very difficult and very stress-inducing, and I want to stress this: not fun. That's not my ideal scenario of fun. What we'll probably do, honestly, is if we can't get it in the next time we 4K, if it's not a merciless, I honestly think we're gonna probably wait till the next rank reset to see if they patch the game and fix it, or what's gonna happen.
Or maybe they make it so it's actually merciless. We might get a hot fix to make getting a merciless easier, like lower the pip one again.
Yeah, because it seems like the pipping is the problem. People have a very hard time with this pip system. The pip system, it's not like the pip system's all that outrageous, but it is very outrageous when you're only allowed to use
these 3 perks.
3 perks. Yeah. Then it's like, a merciless is pretty hard, because you're using the most unideal stuff. Survivors a lot to do things. Like, I relied on them to not get so much gens done, not to bring so many items in. They did, and then I was like, wow.
Like, we're getting to the high ranks, and this is where for survivors with no perks is equivalent to a killer running the most optimal build they have. Like, you win about 50% of those matches against just survivors with no perks whatsoever. And we're running against people running items and all this stuff, and we're using worse perks. Yeah, those gens went very fast.
So fast.
It was like 3 minutes.
Buddy, I mind gamed the fuck out of that Nia twice in an infinite. Like, do you know how long that chase could have went if I had fucked up those mind games?
Oh, those could have been... all those gens could have popped before you got in a single hook.
Mm-hmm.
At that infinite. That infinite is one of the most insane things in the game.
Mm-hmm. And she didn't get to drop a single pallet on me. In fact, I think only one total pallet got dropped that blocked me that game. Because the other pallet that got dropped, I actually downed him at it. That's crazy.
Yeah, and the only other pallet that got dropped was the Killer Shack one. That's a god pallet, and he didn't even stay at it for you to break it.
No, and I hit him through that too.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is, and I'm not trying to brag, but I played almost as optimally as I possibly could have on that game, and I was rewarded with nothing. Nothing. But these donut sticks are good.
That seems like a good add-on. trying to back out of this, but it won't let me. There you go.
That's really hard.
Couldn't press B to just do it. Why can't I press B to do it? That's interesting. Kinda wanna see this killer's cosmetics. Oh, but you have to go to the store for that, don't you? Thank you.
Yep.
Currently go to the store.
You want the cinnamon sugar? You can drink it.
No.
This achievement's making me sad.
I mean, this is how hard it's supposed to be, but the thing is that we've gotten a merciless on just about everybody else when we've done this.
Well, we haven't gotten a merciless, but we've definitely gotten a 4K.
I feel like we've got a merciless on just about everybody when we did this.
Well, you know that last game? The last game I just played with Plague on the Bedham Preschool?
Mm-hmm.
Do you not realize that I could have done that with any 115 movement speed killer?
Oh,
I
yeah,
barely used her power.
You barely used her power. I was questioning it, but I was like,
I didn't have time.
this is how he's choosing to play it.
I didn't have time to use her power, man. If I would have waited until they were broken, I legitimately probably would have lost that game. If I'd puked on them until they're broken. Wow. Cod jockey. I don't think I've heard of that.
Cot jockey? Why is that bad?
It was questionable. When I looked at it, I was like, is that an inappropriate name? And I just couldn't quite tell.
Cot is like bed.
Yeah. Jockey.
Flakey's mind works in dirty ways.
What?
I just feel like he likes to sleep a lot.
Okay. Hatchet over here is a little bitch, is what I'm trying to say.
I am just an innocent with
lying
virgin
sack
ears
of
and eyes.
shit. Lying sack of shit is what he's looking for.
Don't taint my air with your
Whoa!
cursing.
Nobody's talking about taints around here.
Don't taint my air with your
Nobody's
cursing.
talking about taints around here. Okay.
Do you hear
He
this,
brought
man?
that up. He brought that up.
Do you
I didn't
hear
have
this,
anything to
man?
do with that.
He is the dirtiest.
Did I
person
do?
alive.
Excuse me. What?
All right, not the worst map.
Oh, this map
I
sucks.
can
Actually,
ride this.
I'd take Bed M Preschool over this every day.
No.
I actually don't mind Bed M Preschool that much.
I hate that map. Oh, these are scratch marks. Where do they go? Straight inside.
And that's the infinite. They probably jumped out the window, I guess. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they jumped out the window.
I felt like I would have heard them, but I guess not.
They just probably just slow all over the window.
Well, I'm talking about the landing. But, oof.
No, they jumped. There was a vault. There was a vaulted window that you went right past.
Still makes a noise. It's still elevated. You still go oof, I think.
No.
Well, it depends on which one, I guess.
Yeah, not the one that I was talking about. It's not elevated.
Well, these guys are doing a whole lot of nothing. They have started this gen. I feel like they just waited up here. I thought you were clever.
And God dropped down.
I'll take that.
The God dropped.
She dropped. That way. She did vault this time, and she dropped.
She didn't. She was upstairs.
Well,
But
I'm gonna call that a mind game.
Ooh. Is the basement here? Basement's right inside. So you gotta go around this, and then it's that door right there.
I never know where the basement is in this map.
Oh, it's right there.
God, I wish I had barbers. Oh my god, that gen wasn't even started when I started this chase. Oh, you sluts. Yes, I was right. I did see them over here.
Oh, there she is. Claudette. Oh, she's fit. Ooh, 2 gems.
Really? They had none started. It was the one up there. Okay, fair enough. That one I understand.
What? Ocean 360. That's a god.
That I can't break. Jesus, why is there a cooldown for other actions?
That's what all. That's what cooldown is. That's your left. Right there. Everybody's there.
I know, right? Oh, that's a god palette.
You dropped it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, there's decisive. Okay, good. Thank you for that.
well, that's like a stun.
I guess that's why he used the god palette. Oh, that decisive didn't do you a whole lot.
He went and took off the portal.
There's somebody over here. Perhaps in that locker right there. Just gonna open the locker.
Problem is they got 2 gens done for 1 hook.
Yeah, it is a problem. Well, 2 hooks. Okay, so these 3 gens are good 3-gen defense. Those 2 are so far out there. Alright, well, you're dying now because I was on my way back. She's over there. Yep.
She ran another killer trap.
Why did? Oh, fuck! Don't coach me. Shit, back over. Okay, bye.
See, that one gave brutality. Ooh. We got a lot of god pellets.
A lot of god pellets are currently down. They're going to have a very bad time in chases.
Unfortunately, there's still like 2 more left in the infinite in the middle of the map, and only 1 dead. And I'm gonna guess, not 100% sure, that at least 1 more gen's gonna go off before he finds somebody.
As I found somebody.
That was pretty close. You see, these aren't even good specs.
Not at all.
Like, look at their movement. But they're getting away with murder.
Is there a hook near that? Yes, there is. Thank you.
See, now the problem right here is he's gonna lose a lot of points for generators on this map, which is gonna keep him from his merciless. There's somebody.
Mm-hmm.
2 people. Okay. Now, if he has DS, he actually will DS you.
Well, he DC'd. So this is just boned because they made really bad plays and they DC'd because their team did really unsafe unhooks.
See him?
Yeah. Like that is in no way, shape, or form my fault. I was running at them to chase one of them, and this guy just ran at the hook. I was gonna bring that.
See, this is why he didn't loot. And then, like, look at this. What was that? Oh, now he's broken, of course.
Of course, right after the fact. It's alright, a lot of these god... Okay, you didn't even go the right way.
What are you doing?
He thought that god pallet was still up.
Infectious Fright, is he gonna pay off? So there's still 1 girl left.
I'm gonna hook him.
This could be a ballsy move, because this could lead to the hatch, especially because they think that he's camping and tunneling. So I'm gonna guess this guy is gonna try and Kobe. He's not gonna Kobe. Then he's gonna not even try.
Like, the 1 hook on the chick in the basement, like, They unhooked while I was in the middle building. Like, what? I can't be blamed for that decision. I can't be blamed for him making the decision to unhook this man 2 inches in front of me. They were working on this recently. Like, these things are not my fault.
Oh, he did. He just gave up.
And these things are not my fault, but they are going to result in me losing points.
So now he's got to find the hatch before this girl and then somehow kill her before. It's probably GG. Once the hatch opens, the survivor basically just wins most of the time.
Yeah. Wasn't.
Oh, it won't spawn upstairs, but it can spawn in the middle.
There she goes. Yeah, like.
That's what I said. You can't hook that. Boy, I knew exactly what was gonna happen there.
In my opinion, the game was fucked anyways. Like, there's not a whole lot. Yeah, literally bronze chaser. I won every chase. Nobody knows why. Nobody knows why that's my fault. I won every chase, and a lot of them were pretty quick.
Couldn't tell you, buddy. Could not tell you. Now, see, that game, no obsession marker even showed up until she DS'd. Did you see that?
I thought I could have sworn there was one.
Hey, but then why wasn't it her? If it wasn't DS, then why wasn't it her? Like an obsession. Because she was the only one with an obsession for that game. Alright. I can't be honest. I'm going to wait for a patch to come out to see if I can do that. Actually, that's not even that good.
I actually came in and laid down and just slept for like 2 hours.
I didn't know where else to put her, and I knew you were home, so I was like, oh, she was like,
Yeah, she likes to lay like right next to my head.
We'll just use these 2 atoms. We'll see what we can do here. Let's do we have a deviousness? That should be deviousness. Yeah, there we go. Oh, let's see what we can do with the hag.
Yeah, I'm actually cool with waiting on this because something needs to get patched. Either the difficulty for doing Merciless needs to get patched, or like it needs to not penalize me for getting a 4K, even though they DC and stuff like that.
Let's see if I can find any information about it. See if anybody knows what's going on. Holy crap! I got a bunch of emails. Oh yeah, I heard you about all this actually. Okay. Let's see if TA has anything about these achievements. Currently, my phone is just loading a bunch of ads, which makes me click on things I didn't want to click on. And it's not making me pissed off. There's no guide for Adept Plague right now. So it doesn't appear that there's any information about this available. Okay. Okay, giant site-wide advertisement that blocks my ability to read just popped up. I love that.
I hate those so much. These wait times, they are something. Hag's level 17, we're like a little over a third of the way there. What you doing, girl?
For turning my chair, your punishment is now death.
She's like rammed her face in me.
Okay, let's see what we can do with Hag. Sorry, I tried to look up what these achievements is, and this guy posted a little guide for Dead by Daylight, and he said, this is a way to make Dead by Daylight way easier, and he goes, just message all the survivors, and blah, 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 blah. Which is true. Boosting is definitely easier than doing it legit. When it comes to actually getting like the adept achievements and all that, it's definitely easier to boost it than it is. Now, for farming, he said he wanted to farm every match, and the problem with farming is it actually takes significantly longer than just doing legitimate matches, because if you want to farm, that means the survivors want to farm, and that takes almost, I would say, double or triple the amount of time to do one game.
I've been in a farming game for 45 minutes.
Yeah, it takes a long time to farm for a lot of people, so that's not advisable to do it that way. And he said to maximize blood points, he goes, put on barbecue and chili and distressing. That's actually not correct, okay? Distressing does not increase your blood point gain at all. Let's look at it right now. Gain 100% more blood points for actions in the deviousness category. That does not increase the 8,000 at all.
Just means you get to it twice as fast.
You just get to it twice as fast. It's the same as if you put on Thrill to Hunt for hunting, or Beasts of Prey for hunting, or Scratch Mirror, which gives you like 300% brutality and deviousness. It doesn't do anything. So I wish, and people were like, you should write the guide, but he doesn't know what he's talking about. Running barbecue and chili is good, but distressing is actually going to make you get less points overall because it's not an ideal perk to run, which means you're not going to be doing as well.
The only thing that I can come up with is that some people really struggle to get deviousness points because they just don't use the killer powers correctly. That might be why he says that.
But then I still think you're better off not running distressing and then just playing with normal perks and getting the game over as fast as possible. That's what I think is always going to be the ideal way to do it. I don't know, I'm just tired of people having misinformation on the internet and then people are like applauding them, but it's not actually true. Distressing doesn't help you get more blood points. I mean, distressing's not a, well, it is a pretty bad perk, but it's alright on like people like Doctor that like the big terror radius. But I would not advise running distressing on people with small terror radius. Like if you're running distressing on like Myers, Hag, Legion, then that's just not smart. Freddy, like why would you do that to yourself? Freddy wants a small terror radius. Okay, I got another McMillan Estate, not too bad. Let's just immediately go to our totems. Now this right here is a classic shitty totem placement.
That shit was driving me crazy. Sorry, I'm back.
And we're not going to be able to protect all of the totems. And we got two really bad totems, because this is actually directly across from a generator, so there's no way.
That gets seen so easily.
We got three really bad totems. Like.
Wow.
I guess they're gonna crouch over to him, and I'm gonna guess a totem's gonna go in here any second. We just destroyed a dull totem.
She was on that. There you go. She fucked this up real bad. Yes. That makes this gen really dangerous. Why are you people? You're gonna walk around now. Oh, David.
Dude, you're a dumbass.
They did get rid of another gold totem.
I'm not gonna chase him.
They would. I'd start setting up more traps. You have very few.
That totem now, that's alright. Just touched it.
Yeah, they just now touched it. You're okay. You can make it.
No chance, man.
This David thinks he's really, really good. Really, really not. He keeps like trying to go on chases.
You just fucking took
Yeah, he's really bad. Like, he's really bad. He thinks that he's winning these chases, but he's actually helping Flakey a lot.
Now that's gonna bait him into getting that on hook, I'm gonna guess.
They're probably gonna touch this totem here soon.
Go ahead and do that. Oh wait, that actually was that? That was actually Thrill the Hunt that they got. Yeah, that was Thrill the Hunt they actually got.
They just, yep. There's 2 stacks on Devour. It is a big, big deal. This could be the
That was
third.
run. So now Devour is right here, and I need to get back here.
Yeah, you gotta put that down right here.
Now David King's here.
Oh yeah. That's alright though. You were too close for your Devour staff. You want to like get further away. Doing this chase or somewhere else. Let her get on hook. Then go back to your Devour, hope. She's gonna die. He's gonna let her die. They just let her die. The David King was right next to her too.
And Michael tried to Kobe off.
Yeah. This is some really bad play by these survivors, I'm not gonna lie. That David's been like screwing them constantly. He's just sitting up there, I don't know if you saw that. You actually can't drop from up there without setting off that trap. And he doesn't have instant downs actually, because they didn't unhook. But it doesn't matter if you crowd. Even if you hold left trigger the whole way down, it doesn't matter.
Hey, David. You didn't do that, so what I did.
You just kept running, just went away. So there's nothing over here for him.
you're not God's gift to the world.
Thanks, Steve. Oh, your 360 every time. Ooh, okay.
Shaking my head now. Thinks he's really good, but he's not.
He's just crawling for some reason. You can hook him.
I want the 4K.
There's the hatch can't spawn. She said no.
Close, buddy.
Oh, what?
Yeah, you did that correctly, buddy. Pick you up.
Okay.
You're my favorite type of person. You're called a gen jockey. Oh, you're dead on him. So I'm alive.
Now you're just gonna go find this David that started crawling immediately.
Let's find God's gift to the world. Where's he at?
Oh, there he is. Oh yeah, you have deer stalker. Nice.
Hey, what you playing here, buddy? What are you doing? Hey, do you want to go? Let me take you some. Let me do something.
Let's go for a ride. We even denied you your fucking struggle points.
Look at this. Do that gen. Do that gen, David. Uh-oh, David. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh wow. That's weird. You were teabagging and you looked. Oh. That's. No. That's. Are you escaping? Are you getting through the exit gates, David? No,
He got out. He got out.
You got out the only way David knew how. Hey, you guys got one gen then, so that's pretty good. I'm proud of you. You know, that's crazy because I only had 2 perks left at the end of that game and you guys still lost, but that's okay. Keep teabagging me. I don't even have 2 perks though. Let's see what David had. Oh, who was David?
It was probably the top. No, it wasn't him. It was the one directly below.
Wow. Bringing in an insta-heal, and I don't think you used it.
No, she didn't. She teabagged, but she did not use her insta-heal. No, David was the top one. He had to be, because he was the one with the toolbox. And he wasn't working on gens ever. Apparently David cannot hit.
Why is he running sprint burst but not lith with this build? Like, this is a lith build. With
yeah, quick and quiet and dance with me is you almost always run lith if you run those two.
Yeah, she's running lith. Oh, she's just running all Fing Men's. She's actually probably going for the Fing Men achievement. That's why she was like, "Go away, let me escape." But
yeah, she pointed at him. She was like, "Let me just finish this last gen."
It doesn't work like that. You have to escape through the gates.
Yeah,
though. You can't escape through the hatch. Believe me, I tried with no mither many times.
Yeah, I remember that.
Nah,
that was
not how it works.
That was like a few day excursion.
I think I don't even want this, honestly.
It's not that good.
I'm gonna take that. Yeah,
sloppy. Oh my god, that's like a fucking poor
hunting. I'll take that. And let's take this again. Alright.
Motorcycle helmet McGee. Oh wow. Alright.
Have you ever just lost respect for someone?
That David King last game actually.
I think I want to say they were Survivor with friends. I'm not 100% sure, but they were teabagging a lot that game for doing nothing particularly good.
I know. I don't know what. It was just him.
Like they were stunning me after I hit them, and I'm like, but this is
bitch.
like the prime. This is like the best thing a killer can get is a hit and the pallet.
Well, you remember the insta heal bitch? She teabagged at the god pallet that she dropped when you were placing a trap on the other side of the killer shack. Now I've seen some boosted shit. We should turn on those lights.
Yeah, I know. A lot of teabagging that game, and not a lot of like.
Not a lot of good. Not a lot of good.
Not a lot of things that back up the teabag. I don't think people understand. When you stun a killer, that's a core game mechanic. That is a core game mechanic. That is more or less the same as a killer hitting you with their primary weapon.
No. I hardcore disagree. It is way easier to get a hit than it is to get off of pallet stun. Pallet stunning is hard. It takes really good timing. I still don't think it's teabag worthy.
I don't.
If
I
you're gonna
want to agree
teabag-
because it takes so long to hit people sometimes because of the amount of loops they can go through that like sometimes you don't get a hit for like so goddamn long. That I will disagree highly. I think it's very hard to get hits. You have to mind game them. You have to outsmart them. And with a pallet stun, you can literally stand at the pallet most of the time and wait for them to swing through, and then you just drop it.
Yeah, but not everybody swings through. That's a you thing. You
You
get
should
pallet stunned a
swing.
lot because you swing through.
You should
and that's
swing
an
through.
opinion thing.
I think you should swing through.
That's an opinion thing.
I don't know. I've gotten more downs through swinging through than I have not. But the same thing is, you could just drop the pallet, and the reason I don't think a pallet stun is important is because pallet stunning gives you 1,000 points, but again, you don't leave the pallet unless they're breaking it. So pallet stunning is kind of fucking pointless.
It's only good at fake pallets.
And the game is balanced in a way that most of the time you're gonna get a pallet stun because if you're looping things correctly, the last time you get to the pallet is most of the time you're gonna get a stun, or it's gonna be dropped and they're gonna like have to back up in order to not get hit.
I don't know.
So I don't understand the teabagging. It's like a core game mechanic. It'd be the same thing as if like you jump through a window and then you teabag because you made it through the window. Like, but those are in the game to let you. That's like the only time survivors have advantages. Those are the things that give you advantages.
Pallet
So
stunning is hard. I'm just gonna come out and say it. Pallet stunning is hard.
Yeah,
Flakey doesn't think it's as
I'll
hard
disagree.
because he swings through every pallet, so he gets stunned a lot. I also swing through every pallet. I also get stunned a lot. I think it's hard because of the timing. I still don't think it's teabag worthy. If you're gonna teabag somebody for pallet stunning them, it had better be either a Legion, a Wraith, a Leatherface, or a Hillbilly, and all of those only while they're using their power. Because it is much harder to stun them when they do that. And you better not take a hit either. Like, you can't teabag after you take a hit. Because you lost that trade. You lost a pallet, you got hit. Like, the killer, that's a win-win.
It's
for
a
the killer.
win-win
You
for the
didn't do
killer. Like that's
anything.
what I'm saying. Like when people teabag when they stun a killer, they think that they won that. I don't think you understand. Killers want the pallets to be down because that means they can destroy them. Like obviously it's not good because it wastes time. Like when they have to destroy the pallet or mind game the pallet, that's not good. But you don't understand that. The only reason that loops are scary at all, like you wonder why don't I loop around this? It's the fear of the pallet that makes things loopable. You fear wasting your time. That's it. But when you drop the pallet, the fear is gone now because your option turns into they either stay here and I break it, or they run away and I don't have to break it right now. They can't loop it anymore.
Yeah.
Your decision's like way easier. But when the pallet's not dropped, you have to try and mind game them. You have to try and outsmart them to hit them before the pallet's dropped. So
I don't like teabagging. I don't like last spamming. I don't like most of that shit in general. Two exceptions. One, if they're just being a toxic piece of shit, I like rubbing it in their face if I outplay them. That I will say that I do like. The other thing is like a lot of people teabag right after they like kill you from behind. Oh, you got one kill and you shot me in the back. Oh, you're gonna teabag. You're so good. That you didn't do anything. You shot me in the back. I literally couldn't defend myself. Now, if I look at the kill feed and you killed 3 people that were looking at you and you teabag, well, you might have done something worth it then. I still don't like that one. That's pretty toxic. Like, yeah, everybody knows you made a good play. There's no reason to teabag. The only time that I like doing stuff like that is when somebody is being toxic to you and you kind of rub it back at them. Even then, I say you should take the high ground.
I was gonna say it's a take your own medicine type thing. For me, it's a day-by-day basis. It's a day-by-day and a game-by-game basis, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Because some games like that game, that David was being unnecessarily toxic towards me. And the problem with this, when people are toxic and they have stuff to back it up, that's when I get toxic. Because when I finally catch them, that's when I'm hitting them on the hook. And I'll be like, yeah, you fucking thought you played so well, I finally fucking got you. But that guy had nothing to back up his teabagging. And I was like, why are you doing this? Like,
Yeah, like
he's one of those
you
people
guys
that
have
you
seen
literally
me
wanna
hit people on the hook before on stream, and that was only after they just like.
well, it's just one of those
held
things
the
where I
game
literally
hostage.
want to go to that person in real life, like, and be like, bro, are you dumb? Like, you haven't done anything. Like, I want to actually. This comes out of
a place of like wanting to help. Like I want to help this man in real life. Like I'm like, hey buddy, are you actually too dumb to realize you didn't do well there? Like I could help you get better at Dead by Daylight. I know some things. Like if you want a teabag, let me tell you how to do loops correctly. If I'm the hag and I place a trap down there, you probably shouldn't just wait up there anymore. That's a dumbass thing to do, man. If you see me placing a trap at the end of the pallet, you gotta run. That's your chance to run, buddy, not just stand there, because then you're playing in my game now, not yours anymore.
You either gotta run right away or wait for the hag to decide which side she goes to.
And then
if she goes left, you gotta run right and go and hope that there's something on the right side.
See, like, and that you might think that that's toxic, but that's because I actually, and I'm not trying to be rude. I wanna reiterate, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm worried that guy is too stupid to function. Because of the way he teabagged. And I'm not, again, that's not
There
rude.
is a much better way to say that.
But he was so stupid that he thought he was outplaying me, and that's the thing that I need to help his mental health. Because there's something not clicking there. Because I'm pretty sure after that game, he blamed his death on me when he played, how to say this nicely, like dog shit on fire, okay? He's not good.
Okay, fine. She actually did that really well. Oh, I didn't. Oh, there's a tree still there. She played that extremely well. There was 3 people here.
That's what. No, they ran.
Thought they were boosting there and come back already. Man, this guy just likes to fucking run. This guy is what I like to call a time waster. Oh no.
You should check the corner first. Always check the corner. That's important. He's got to be in that one, right?
Either that or he snuck behind me.
He's back by.
Yeah.
Who's in the
Wow,
corner?
they got that gen done?
They're always in the corner, man. I always check the
Christ,
corner
those 2
first.
people must have walked right back to it, too. Yeah, that guy's what I like to call a time waster. As soon as he hears the killer's terror radius, he just sprints. And that takes a long time to catch up with people that do that.
My quarter pounder was pretty mediocre. Not gonna lie to you.
Well, yeah, you let it sit out forever a day.
Yeah, not so long, but yes. Nia Carlson, otherwise known as Boosted Carlson. Do I see you thinking back there? Are you going to be
You're
sandbagging?
going to sandbag Chubba. Oh, I thought that hit. This is really unfortunate how this game is going.
She walked right past you.
Yeah, she did.
Alright, I see you, Fingman.
Just trying
I
to
see
do the
another
dual
Fingman here.
totems. Just trying to do the dual totems. You don't make it.
I'm
Alright.
worried that this might be a 2-kill max game right now. If that other Fingman, you saw her, she went directly on that damn to your left.
Yeah, but I know where this one is. She's going for this dual totem.
Oh. Oi, mate.
Yeah, see, he literally just sprints.
Smart. That's so smart.
hear you.
This guy's good.
Where's that bitch? Wow, he just likes to fucking run. Damn. There we go.
At least 2 barbecue stacks. There you go.
I don't know what that purple hair thingman's doing.
Something.
They were close.
Hey, give me that toolbox.
There were a lot of people close.
It's a really good pallet.
It is a really good palette. This is just a good loot. That's a really good thing for me, actually. This is gone.
She didn't keep going around.
She just ran away.
Yeah.
That was a decision. These guys are definitely a survivor with friends. They're almost always all in the same place. They're almost always all doing like the thing to support each other there. Like she ran out the front and somebody went out the back way to go and get that other one. Like they're all doing this very, very well. And she's another just run to waste time person. But there's no pallet here. I knew that one was gonna get done. Oh, there is a pallet still here. Forgot about that. She does the weirdest shit. She's back over here by this guy. Again with the time wasters. She's actually going to loot me. Not just run away from the generators. Yeah, see, they're literally just... They're doing this incredibly well. They are bullying the killer. Like this is what we're talking about when we talk about Survivor with Friends being super optimal and everything. Why did it show me on the left? The third guy might be working on that far gen, and if so, it's gonna pop any second. Yeah, there's a second person here though. I just saw her. Gotcha! That's the old cutback right there. Works every time. What? Oh, good
Dead
fucking
hard.
dead hard.
Dead hard, Mike.
No way. And here's the thing, that gen might still pop.
I think they're gonna get that girl up too.
Yeah, this is bullying the killer This is a great example of bullet killer.
And now it's not like marketing actually not overpowered. Comes to
I need her dead, but I'm just gonna leave her. That's fine.
Well, this is definitely a survival.
Oh yeah, no. This is a very, very, very strong group of survivor friends. They're doing everything in their power to distract me correctly, work on these gens, balance the gens and the chases, keep me off of their teammates. Like, this is a very, very strong group.
I don't know if I'd say they're that strong. There's a decent survivor friend.
This is a good group.
I've faced much worse teams than
That was good. See if I can get them. This gem might pop here real quick. I see her going back to that gen. Oh no, she's going for the unhook. They're all injured right now. This is rough.
You guys are both on death hook.
This one's going towards almost nothing though. That's what I can get right there, is a very quick chase.
Unfortunately, that
Somebody
one
died.
gen in the middle is like basically done. So I think by the time you hook, they finish that gen because they're not going to heal. They're just going to do it. And I'm gonna guess at least 2 of them. Yep, 2 of them are on that gen.
Yeah, that gen's probably gonna pop any second. Yep, and one did have adrenaline. This one's gonna. Neither one of them were the ones with adrenaline though.
That was the really good guy. She's also good on hook though.
We're gonna get hard. She could have gone to that window. She fucked it up.
Now this guy's dead on hook, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna be at that far gate, but I can't really see the one you're right.
I'm pretty sure there's somebody here. If it's the dude, I'm gonna be happy if I can just get him.
He's out.
Does he just leave though?
Yes.
Yeah, because they knew I had a
No edge, right?
no
They
edge
just
because I
left.
hit her. I'm going back to this. She did that for no reason.
What? The other girl's dead.
Oh, she is?
Yeah.
Alright. Alright.
She definitely gets the gate open now. She didn't. Oh, she wasn't even trying.
No.
There she is.
Where?
I think she's running towards that gate.
There she is. This is a bad place to be.
Wait, now this.
She
Probably
was
getting a
the
message
weak link.
after this game.
This one's the weak link. The good one was the
I
dude.
got escaped.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
was
guess we're gonna
really
get a message
good.
after this game. Gonna guess we're gonna get a message after this game.
For what?
The no ed.
I don't know. I feel like I would have gotten 2 of those kills anyway.
2 of the
she
kills,
was still
yeah.
injured actually.
Actually, probably would have gotten all
I
those.
probably would have gotten all 3 without them. She was still
But
injured.
I still think you're gonna get a message due to the no ed.
Yeah, I would have gotten all 3 of those kills even without them. No,
I love this glitch though. It looks like
I like the bracelets.
It looks like he's got like a double barrel sledgehammer. Okay, he's got a. Like that a lot.
Oh wow, I pipped. Whew, man. Just
All due
barely
to,
too.
what? Insta heal.
Jesus fuck. I was wondering how that person healed so quickly.
2 dead hards. Yeah, that guy balanced his adrenaline. He was doing some kind of fun build though. I like that. That's why they used so many coins. I kind of like that. Coins and luck. That's nice. Cool.
I like it. It's fun.
Oh, there you go.
This is like the support the team build with these two items, or with these two.
Borrowed's just a survivor with
Borrowed
friends
is
thing.
a lot. They're running a lot of those too.
You actually see like a lot, like 3 on survivor with friends. Borrowed's actually kind of toxic because you can just do unsafe unhooks. And and it doesn't make sense because the killer shouldn't be punished for getting like you doing an unsafe unhook, but he does. He gets punished for it. I'm not saying borrowed time in itself is toxic. It's the way people use borrowed time is toxic. Like, I don't think it's toxic if the guy's face camming or anything like that, but a lot of times he's not, and you just do unsafe unhooks, then yeah, it's gonna bull crap. Bull crap. Alright. Let's keep leveling the Hagabruski here. Grab that.
Good job. He gives you so many blood points.
That. I'm only gonna be able to do a couple more games here, folks, and probably, I don't know if we'll call it a quit. It's probably calling it quits. Do we want Bitter Murmur or Deerstalker 3? I don't think I'm gonna be slugging all that much. But I really don't care for Bitter Murmur. I really don't care for Bitter Murmur, I'm sorry. Alright, let's see what we can do. Let's go ahead and queue into this Hagabruski game right now. We'll take Deviousness again. I don't give a shit, really. I want to actually get some fucking stacks on this Devour Soap here. Aren't letting it happen.
When are you going to that thing?
2:30.
They want me to go to it now.
They want you to go to it?
Yeah. They never sent me an email until today when I asked about like what I needed to do. And they were like, "Can you come in today at 2:30?"
Well, damn. There you go. There you go. Yeah, we'll probably have to leave. I'm gonna say we have to leave at like 2 o'clock. It's going down, right? Do you know what we have to take?
I
it's
just
just
asked her.
I think it's just 2 forms of ID. That's it. I kinda wanna do a fun build this time. Oh shit, we got sloppy. I don't need deer stuff anymore. Man. I want to do Hag's Basement. That's what I want to do. I want to do a little bit of Hag's Basement, folks. That's all I want. I want to do some basement builds. I want a basement Bubba, okay? That's what I want. That's what I need is a basement Bubba. And I'm sorry that this game's in this really fucked up place right now that we can't get you that plague achievement, but rest assured, we're doing all 115 of these achievements, and
That is by far not the hardest one.
not even. We'll get that one done.
It'll happen.
It'll happen. Don't worry about that. I don't know why we can't get it to happen right now. I'm going to guess by the fact that it's probably still 0.1%. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's either glitched or you really have to get a Merciless, and that shit's insanely hard. So whoever got that shit, I'm really proud of you.
It could also just be you have to 4K and we keep getting DCs, and that doesn't count.
That's true.
You could just have to get a 4K.
And the sad news is I don't know when you guys will be watching this, but we're actually currently in a DC meta where, like, it's actually... What's sad is an average of 1 DC per game is not that weird. Like, survivors really don't like to die. They prefer to DC. And I'm going to tell you that no matter what, even if you got spawned in the game, tunneled to shit, then you die, you get less points when you DC. Because you don't get in.
Yeah.
But I'll still stick by what I said yesterday, that you are trying to have fun. So I get the point of DCing. You want to get into the next game quicker. I get that. I fully support whatever decision you make to, you know, quit the game or whatever, if in that moment you think so. But it is pretty shitty when it's voiding people's achievements.
When it's every game, it becomes an issue. We have
we're
played
in a DC meta right now. So I agree with him. Like there's too many DCs. People are DCing way too fucking much.
We have played what 100, 200 games on this account, and we have DC'd once
on Lampkin Lane yesterday. That was it. Yeah.
Yeah, we've DC'd one time. A lot of these survivors, when you see them DC, a lot of them are DCing quite often. We actually know people on like his main account that he plays against a lot. That like you get into the game and you're like, oh well, this guy DCs.
Yeah, I actually turned off my messages on my main. I've talked about it a little bit, but I kept getting this one guy in my game because I was at rank 1 for a long time. I kept getting this one ace main in my game all the time, and his internet was really bad. Like, I'm talking not good enough to play Dead by Daylight. And anyways, I always killed him every game. Like, the first game I killed him, he said, like, oh, your internet's so shit, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, bro, you were the only one, like, lagging all over the map. So, granted, it could have been my internet, but the other 3 people in the game weren't lagging. Mm-hmm. So that means if it's my internet, then it's also your internet, buddy. Like, if it is mine, it's also yours because you're the only one rubber banding. So, anyways, that tilted the hell out of me because I pay for pretty decent internet, and I kept getting that guy in my games. And I would make it a point to kill that man because he was one of those classic Gen Jockey stealth guys, like an immersed survivor, basically. Like, he did not want to go on a chase. So if he was the second to last guy left, you better bet that I slugged and got that man. And I would give the other one the trapdoor. Oh, okay. I kind of thought this was a Survivor with Friends with the way they joined, and then, like, we're staggering ready-ups and shit. We'll see how this goes. I do have Ruin, though, so... And you know what's funny is, totem builds tend to kind of fuck with Survivor with Friends. Well, it's one of two things. They either do it perfectly, or they don't do it perfectly at all, and then because they're Survivor with Friends, they just keep throwing their goddamn bodies at it. Mm-hmm. It's one of two ways. Not really anything else in the middle. Well, actually, third option, they just ignore the totems like really good players do, and then just win the game anyway. Anywho, that guy, I just kept killing him, and I turned off my messages because he would message me every game and be like, you're a toxic tunneling piece of shit, blah, 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 blah. Or I'd put on, like, Franklin's because he was a guy that loved to use flashlights.
He always had he would carry in rainbow maps, flashlights.
Oh, rainbow map? Yeah. He was the guy with the rainbow map the first time.
Always iridescence. Every single game.
God, man. Why do I only get these, like, giant infinite maps? Okay, let's go to my totems.
To be fair, when we were playing this last time, I got this map, like, 4 times.
To be fair, I actually don't mind this map so much.
Yeah, I don't either.
But, I just want... I don't know, it's better than a Coldwood farm, right?
This might be a good... It is. It's a good one.
Okay.
Not the
The other
best,
totem
but it is
is...
good.
So we got one totem way the fuck over there.
Whoa, that one's... Yeah, there's 2 people. She's going to try to body block this. This is going to be rough. He's going to drop a pallet. Good God. I thought that there was 3 people body blocking for that. Are they working on that totem?
Yes.
Good God. Yeah, this is what we're talking about with Survivor with Friends. They get totems. They usually get totems very quickly.
That was the power shot.
Not the
I
worst.
actually might get this power
Not the
shot
best.
on me. Nope. Now the other one I'm hoping is Ruin. Or I'm sorry, Thrill the Hunt, because otherwise I'm kind of screwed.
Yeah, if the other one's Ruin, you are in some trouble. Still a dumbass. There was a 3rd person over there. I don't know if you saw that.
I did.
Still a dumbass. Oh, well, fucking not as big of a dumbass as you thought. Just quicker. She's gonna try and kill him. Nice. Tried to bait it. Where's this one?
took off Deerstalker now, so now I'm not playing.
Wait, was that her? On your left? Oh, well, there she is. She was underneath the pallet. Yep, there you go. So predictable. So very predictable. This is why Sloppy is so good, is like you've seen, they're all injured. They're all incredibly injured.
He instant?
He instant. It's rough. He is
trying to
not
get-
running this very well. There's another person on the left over there. The fat one. Whatever her name is.
I need to stop.
Yeah. He can't drop the pallet. Like, he knows he can't. It's the only thing that's giving him any kind of leverage here.
Fuck that up really bad, my guy.
And now you go down too.
And now, since you picked her up, she's actually completely reset on her bleed out timer, so I can pick you up with no bleed because she's not gonna. Yeah, that's fine. I'll pick her now. That.
Yeah, this is an overly as fuck altruistic strategy. There he is. Man, you fall for this every time, dude. He's coming.
Sparrow's gonna end up running out. I wonder if it's-
Oh, it's out. It's been out. She finally left this. Oh, well, that's why. Okay. He didn't do a whole lot there. Rough one. Rough one today.
Hey. You're finally not out of fucking.
She's gonna die, dude. Jesus. There he is. He was trying to hit you with that pallet. She died.
She died.
She died because they were trying too hard to keep his name alive.
Oh my god, she's actually gonna get out of my grasp. Yeah.
Really unfortunate.
I couldn't make anything.
There was another hook on the left, but it was really hard to see.
I definitely meant this. No, I saw it to the left, but I wanted this, but I kept being fat ass and shit. Now this is why placing traps at the beginning of the game really pays off.
There goes
That
Thrill.
was
That was Thrill.
Thrill, nice. She's almost completely bled out and only on first hook because they fucked this game up so bad.
Yep.
That's where my other totem is?
That's insane.
Holy crap, that's such a good totem placement. What the heck? Now this other person is doing nothing.
He
What are
knows.
you doing up here, my guy?
I thought he dropped.
I did too. I almost dropped. Should have dropped it.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna back up and do it. There you go. That's a good trap. You should have kept pushing him. You should put this trap down and go around that way. That way when he pops it, he'll be on the side of the trap.
You can't loop around quick survivor. Well, you're a dumbass. Guess where you're going.
Okay, so the trap that he set off right there was a good hag trap, but the one that he has right there for this chase in particular is bad. You want the trap to be on the other side of the window,
Right.
so that when like you chase somebody, they vault it and then set off the trap, and then they are in your hand. They have to make a decision, and you just have
That
to make a
one.
read.
But that's for a pallet.
Yeah, you want it on the other side of the window, just on the other side of the window.
I'm gonna guess her at the that one because that's where that totem was.
Well, now it's a 1v1.
I can actually trap a lot of these gens too. Yeah, she's pretty much fucked at this point.
Mm-hmm. Not a whole lot you can do against Hag with this much pressure.
I can literally go on chases now, even at 100 gens.
She still can't really get gens done very quickly because Ruin is still up, and it will probably never go down with that totem placement. She's following. She did up?
Yeah.
She did.
This is what I was talking about. Survivor with friends are very predictable. Very predictable. I've played against a lot of Survivor with friends, so like that pallet trick, I just knew it was gonna keep working on me. And then, the problem is you can't. I don't know why I did that, but that pallet or looping, you can't loop around a downed person or around a hooked person because then the killer can camp them with impunity. Like, you can't even be like, you're a camper. You'll be like, I wasn't camping, I was chasing you, and you were right there.
Yeah, like, it's in no way, shape, or form his fault that she almost bled out, and that person was on the hook for that long.
He was
because
circling.
He literally was just trying to get... Like, he placed getting a pallet stun to knock the person off the shoulder above the entire rest of the game.
Yeah,
he's very narrow-sighted.
Like, what he should have done is just drop the pallet on me to stun me, but let me hit him, and then ran for the infinite, so I would have chased him on the infinite. At that point, leaving the third person that's not hooked or down, well, I guess the fourth person that's not hooked or down, to then come in for the save. 2 insta heals and a bloody party streamer. I very much want to message them.
Don't. But wow.
Sorry, that I tried not. That wasn't even toxic, but I am gonna say that's sad if he responds yes. That's why this system's all fucked up because I should be ranking up a lot faster because I should not be playing against those people.
Yeah, those people were actually really, like, that's an example of a really bad Survivor friends. They did not understand what a killer wants to do.
Knockout. See, I have this tier 3 deer stalker. I wouldn't mind coupling up with that.
That's a really good build on her, yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind. You can actually trap the down people,
yep.
And then, oh, shit, mate. Hey, wait, what's this?
Grandma's Heart. I love, like, literally love,
This?
those, yeah.
I'll get it then. I was excited about it.
That's, like, my favorite
It's
build
gonna
of
eat
her.
it. Almost certain. It might go here, but it should eat that.
Well, it's down on the bottom right, so it's going to eat the green one.
I'm sorry, I'm not toxic, I promise.
He's toxic. The hosier person. Was that the tap?
I'm gonna assume that was a tap, yeah. He was a T3, or yeah, P3 tap. GG. There you go. I resisted the urge to be toxic there, because I really wanted to be like, that was sad.
Yeah,
What's sad is one of those people had
part of my
Unbreakable.
favorite build.
Yeah.
That and there's one other. Oh, Silent Traps.
Silent Traps I like a lot.
Silent Traps was Grandma's Heart. They just, like, they have no fucking clue what's happening.
Well, yeah, because they set off the trap and then they just hear a heartbeat, but they don't.
No,
see anything.
there's no heartbeat.
No, there is a heartbeat.
Not if you teleport to it. It goes away. There's a heartbeat for half a second, and the heartbeat goes away.
Well, I was gonna say because like
no
the
clue.
I was gonna say the Phantasm has a heartbeat.
Yeah, and then yeah. Once you teleport, it's gone.
It's gone. Yeah, that would fuck with people. I kind of see that more than I did before. What's weird is her well, okay, her iridescence and like purples are really weird. They actually changed the fundamental kit of Hag almost completely, and it's like when you look at killers like that, the iridescence completely changed Myers. Completely different killer. Like the things you do with him, completely different with his iridescence and his purples. Same with Hag. Then you go up to him, completely different with his purples and his iridescence. Like it's like a different killer. Then Trapper, honestly, I would say he's very different with his ultras. Like
it goes from a time balancing thing to just like an area denial killer.
It turns into like good like. Your prep time is just so much more worth when you do it like this. But then, like, you got people like Hillbilly and Leatherface that, like, it doesn't change, like, the style of their thing, and I don't like that. Like, even Doctor has, like, his purples and iridescence. I feel like they, like, really, like, make you focus on a playstyle, because there's the one that gives you, like, your static field gets, like, 25% more, which is really like, hey, get yourself a good terror radius, you know, get yourself a good terror radius. Then there's the one that makes the illusions longer, which is like, hey man, you're gonna be able to track everybody now, because that should, you know, whatever. Same with Pig. Pig's got a cool iridescence that like changed the way she's played. Same with Clown. I think it's lame that some people don't like. Say what you want about Legion, but his iridescence definitely changed the way you play him. I like that quite a bit. Same with Spirit. I feel like they didn't do such a good job with some of these later killers. But, alas. I think that's probably going to be the last game we can do safely.
Yeah, probably.
With the queue time and everything involved. So, we'll leave you with that. Hopefully, you guys will come back next time, even though we didn't get that Plague achievement, because that was a bitch. But, as always, good luck, have fun, and don't get lost. And we'll see you guys around next time. Hope you enjoyed. Deuces. Oh,